at speaking26.com. TOEFL, iBT, speaking26. This week I was working with a pharmacist, and she told me that after she read the TOEFL speaking question number 1, while she was reading it, as she was coming to an end of reading it, the question became blurry. The words became blurry. And so I asked the question to differentiate. I said, is this because you don't have your glasses on? Was it a vision thing? Or was it more related to getting nervous and panicking, like test pressure? She said it was more the latter, more about the pressure of the test, the pressure of the question, the anxiety that the exam provokes. Here's what I told her that I hope helps you, the viewer, the listener of this. I said, your goal is to be a pharmacist, right? In the United States of America. That's your goal. That's a big deal. That's a big, ambitious goal. That's an honorable goal. That's a big deal. Good for you for having such a high goal. That's a big deal. And then I told her, as I'm telling you now, do you know what's not a big deal? Do you know what's not so big? Speaking question 1. Speaking question 1 is not as big of a deal as having people's lives in your hand, having people's health and lives in your hand. The respect that the entire community gives you when you're a healthcare provider, nurses, dentists, pharmacists, physical therapists, in comparison to the community loving you and being forever grateful for the work that you do as our healthcare providers, in comparison to the big deal that is, TOEFL speaking question number 1 is not a big deal. So don't turn it into a bigger deal than it is. Remember, TOEFL says that speaking question number 1 is going to be about a familiar topic. If you think it's unfamiliar, it's because of the strategy that you decided to use before you even read the question, or because you're practicing with non-official practice speaking questions. It's a small thing in comparison to your big, respectable, ambitious goal, healthcare providers. Remember this message and use it to restore the confidence you should have always had. If you're going to be a good person in the community, part of the healthcare providing team, if you're going to be a good person that does good things, then you deserve to be a little bit more confident. I want you to use that confidence to get your 26 on speaking, to move on to the other things, and then to be that good member of the community that you're saying you're going to be. Aaron, that's speaking 26.